Sziasztok, Titus vagyok. Hi everybody, I am Titus. Welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to be showing you guys my back to school shopping haul of the books I bought. And cause I'm starting homeschool again, and and there are a lot of books I'm very excited to be reading for this next school year. And I start school around September 1st, so so yeah, I'm gonna be starting school around September 1st, and I am so excited to show you guys the books I'm going to be reading for this next school year. So first I got the book of Matilda the musical, and I really love this book, and when I first started watching this movie I was really in love with it, and and I was really in love with the songs too, and the songs were just really beautiful, and and so I'm very excited to read about this. And here we have the book of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I got this in a library box here in my neighborhood, and I cause there's a cause those wooden library boxes where you put books in and for anybody to get it. Yeah, so I got this, and I'm very excited to read this because I like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Next I got Celtic Book of Living and Dying, and I bought this at a thrift store in Rockport. And here I have the Book of the Vatican. And yeah, and when I saw this I was like, this is very interesting because I love the Vatican. And did you know that the Vatican is where one of Jesus's disciples is buried? Peter the disciple. Yeah, he's one of yeah, so he is buried in the Vatican. Yeah, and so if I find a book and so if I find a page of Peter in this book, I'll of Peter being buried of Peter's grave in this book, I'll be so excited to see it when I go to Italy. So next I have another book. I got this at Rockport. I got this at Rockport, and this is a book of You Wouldn't Want to Be a Greek Athlete, and when I saw this, I was like, this is very interesting. So I'm like, why not get it? Next, I got Journey Around San Francisco, Journey Around San Francisco from A to Z. Yeah, and I've never been to San Francisco, but I do plan on going, but hopefully I get to go there someday. And here I have Bright Ideas of Inventions. I got this at the library box. And here I have the Book of Pompeii, Buried Alive, and I got this at Rockport. And here I have the Book of America. Here I have the book of If You Lived in the American Revolution, this is and this is a book I bought in Rockport. And here's a book of Guide to Ireland. I got this in Rockport. Book of Russia. I got this in Ireland. I got this in Rockport too. And Book of Germany. I got this in Rockport. Book of Sweden. Got this in Rockport. The Book of St. George and the Dragon. I got this at the Rockport thrift store. And Colonial Times. I got this at the Rockport thrift store. And I got Lady and the Tramp and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I got both of these at Goodwill in Rockport. And here I have the Book of Royal Britain, and I got this at the thrift store in Rockport. The Book of History in Rome, and the Book of Castles. See, it actually shows castles. Hang on, if I could. Now see? I don't know if you guys can see that good, but this book talks about castles. And so I'm very excited to be reading about this. And here is the book of Pinocchio. I'm going to be reading about this. Kingdoms of Europe, Medieval England, The Chronicles of London, Knights, Medieval Knights, and here I got The Best of Italy, The Acropolis, The Book of Budapest, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Pocahontas, This England Autumn, Tuscany. And now I'm gonna get on to the books. So these are all the books I bought at the thrift store. So now I'm going to get on with the books I bought from Barnes and Noble. So here I have the book of William Shakespeare, Winston Churchill, what are castles and knights, what was D-Day, what was World War I, who was Joan of Arc, who was Walt Disney, who was Michelangelo, what was the Great Depression, and what was the Titanic, who was Queen Elizabeth II. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Queen Elizabeth II was the queen of the United Kingdom from the 1950s all the way into her death until 2022. Yeah, she passed away. Yeah, she passed away last year on September, I guess because she was very old. And so anyway, let's move on to the next books. I have a book of Ponce de Leon, Ferdinand Magellan, what was the bombing of Hiroshima, and lastly but not least, I got the book of what is the story of Willy Wonka. Yeah, so these are all the books I bought, and I'm very excited to be reading about these books because you know, I was like since I always buy every year at Barnes and Noble, why not buy some books at the thrift? When I saw some books at the thrift store, like interesting books at the thrift store, I was like, why not buy these? And they were all and some of them were all like $1 each or $2, and yeah, and it was and you know I'm very glad that I did a back to school shopping for myself, and and so I looked up so I looked up on Google, like when a person starts, like when do people in France and United Kingdom, like people in Europe, when do people in Europe and like in France, Hungary, United Kingdom. Yeah, I was looking at when do people start the school year, in when does school start in those countries, and usually around, and this year it's starting on the first day of September. And so I decided to follow the European school year because I'm a part European on my dad's side, and so that's why I decided to um to start school on the first day of September. So I wish you guys a happy back to school shopping, and I hope you guys have a great school year of learning, and I hope you guys have a happy learning. And if you guys are brand new to this channel, please make sure to like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you can get notified on every brand new YouTube video I post. And I'll see you guys next time. See you later. Bislat kusanum. Adios, si Maasi.